Anybody heard of the Small Business Development Center before? Yay, that makes me happy. I was really excited when Emily contacted our group about doing this because I love farmers market. I'm a regular at the market. I can totally vouch for all of the baked goods because whenever I go in, I'm usually going for something else and I never walk out without it.
Yeah, totally.
They're amazing.
Now that I know that it's called cast off, so.
It's like even better. So the Small Business Development Center, a little background about us. We have, there it is. Maybe it needs to be better. We have been in Alaska since 1986. So this year is 40 years of the Small Business Development Center in Alaska, which is very exciting. We are funded by grants from the Small Business Administration and from the state of Alaska, and then we're housed at the University of Alaska. We're part of a network of over 1,000 SBDCs nationwide, and we have SBDC Alaska locations all over the state, including rural Alaska. And we have 3 advisors here in Anchorage. We spend a lot of time with folks just like you, starting very small businesses, starting with, I'm doing this thing and I kind of think I can sell it. Come talk to us. Our services are always free, and we're free for as long as you need us. So with that.
Really? All right, I'm new to there.
Okay. So as I mentioned, we are all over the state of Alaska. We have offices all over. We do a lot of rural and we do a lot of connecting folks who are in producing produce, things like that, with things like grants from the USDA. And we do mostly spend our time with loans and helping you get ready for becoming a larger business, being able to take your produce to market and being able to do your thing. We spend a lot of time going over some of those TEC regulations that were referenced by our blue market friends. And we spend a lot of time encouraging you to go into farmers markets. Next slide, please. One of the fun things about the SBDC is people often think that the only thing that we do is work with for very small businesses to get you started and then like you can leave us. And you can leave us at any time. But we do help with every phase of business from, I think I have an idea for a business, maybe kinda, all the way through getting your business started, maybe getting a loan to get you off the ground. Usually what happens is people will come to see us in the beginning. They'll maybe get a loan or they'll otherwise get their business started. Then they disappear for a couple of years because they're running their business, doing their thing, which is great. And then they come back and they're like, I'm ready to hire my first person. What do I do? We can help you with that. Or they may come back. We've had clients who have started with us and then 20 years later come back and said, hey, I'm ready to sell my business. What do I do? Sometimes that's exit. It's planning for that exit strategy. Sometimes it is, I'm ready to sell. Sometimes it's like, what do I do to shut it down? So we can help with all phases of business advising. And if you have a question about your business, you're welcome to contact us and we're happy to help you. Next slide, please. We provide 3 primary services. The first one is private one-on-one business advising. Again, it's free all the time. I'll show you how to register to be a part of that. And it can go on for as long as you need us. Like I said, many people start out very intense, then not so intense, and then come back. The second thing that we have is workshops that are available on our website. Some of our workshops are free. Some have a small fee. If you register with us, you get a discount for the ones that have a fee. If you are a veteran, they are free all the time. We have a special code for veterans and they are completely free for veterans. And then finally, we have other industry tools. We have things that I'll get to in a couple of slides and I'll talk about some of those tools. Those are all free. Those are all downloadable and available for you to help you with planning your business. Next slide. I can probably put this down, although it's kind of fun to hold on to.
I'm like, I didn't use this.
So how do you find us? The #1 fastest way to get in touch with the SBDC is visit our website, aksbdc.org, as in Alaska, AK, small SB, Business Development Center.org. And once you get there, you will see one of those red buttons that says sign up now. Click that button, sign up now. We reach out to people often within 24 hours, but we have to reach out to you within 72 hours. So within 3 business days, we must get back to you. If you have not heard from us within that time, you are more than welcome to call us again and be like, hey, what's going on? I filled this out 3 days ago. Where's my person? Once you do all of that, we will contact you. One thing I will say, please do not do is do not just randomly walk into our office. If you have an appointment, we would love to see you, but we are incredibly busy and we're by appointment only. Sometimes people will come in and be like, hey, I've got a question for the SBDC. And we're like, hey, we can't talk to you. So please don't waste your time coming in unless you have an appointment. Sign up with us first, make an appointment, come in and see us, and then you have your assigned person, and we're happy to work with you. Next slide. Our workshops, as I mentioned, we have workshops that cover everything from starting a business. That's the name of the workshop. It's free, starting a business. We occasionally do those in person, but we have them on demand for you at any time, completely free for that particular one. This second one is one of my favorite titles for a workshop. We often partner with folks to do workshops. This was put on by the Alaska Human Rights Division, and a dog walks into a bar. Best title for a workshop I've ever seen. But we cover everything from, like I said, startups through things like this. What do I do if somebody says they have a service animal and they're coming into my business? Is it legit? What do I do? So peruse through them, we cover how to write a business plan, how to do financial projections for your business plan. All of it's available on the website and more specific advising if you come in and see us. Next slide. Our tools. Going through these tools, again, these are free. You're welcome to download them at any time. That first one, 20 questions before starting a business, is really a fantastic tool for, do I really want to do this? Having your own business is amazing, challenging. You will grow and change in ways that you cannot imagine right now. For some people, that's great. They love every minute of it. For some people, that's terrifying and it's not what they want to be doing. That first 20 questions is a fantastic way to just look through and say, do I really want to be getting into what I think I'm going to be getting into? Typically for small business owners, they're really good at doing the thing. So you're great at growing your produce, at raising your chickens, at baking your goods. Fantastic. There's this whole other world of running your business that most business owners go, I don't see it. Nothing going on over here. This is what is going to make or break your business. No matter how good your product is, this is going to make or break your business. There's lots of help for this side. Make sure that you take advantage of us or any other resources that you have. Next slide, please. When we talk about putting together your small business, we often think it's me, I'm the only one, and you have to wear many different hats. In the beginning, very likely. What we strongly recommend, though, is building a team. Sometimes that happens right away. You start to partner with people like us because having advising, taking you out of the, oh my God, I'm doing all the things all the time. I can't see what's going on with the business can be really helpful. Just having someone ask you questions or give you a moment to and think about the way you're running your business. But things like hiring employees, how do you do it? How do you find the right people who are going to help your business, not hurt your business? Having a relationship with a banker. This is something people don't often think about. When you are creating your business, you want to have a separate bank account for your business from your personal bank account. Can they be at the same bank? Absolutely. Will you be transferring money between the two? Yes. Hopefully from business to personal, but sometimes it does go the other way. But creating a relationship with your banker. So when you're thinking about opening your business bank account, make a phone call to the bank first. Number one, you want to check rates and see who has the lowest amount that I have deposited all the time, who's got the best interest rates, things like that. But when you make that appointment and sit down with a banker and say, hey, this is my business, this is what I'm going to be doing. Usually you're super excited because you're just like going to be making money with your business, which is great. But that relationship, a couple of years down the road, when you're ready to go for a loan, someone who has been like, oh, I remember when they came in. Oh, I've seen that they pay their bills on time. They don't have outstanding debts. They're taking care of business. That can go a long way when you're ready for a loan. So creating that relationship from the very beginning can be beneficial for you. Accounting. Oh, accounting. Finding an accountant in this town, if you decide that you do not want to be in the farming industry and you want to start a business that I can almost guarantee will be successful, start a bookkeeping or accounting business. Finding an accountant is a challenge, absolutely. Finding a bookkeeper can be challenging. Can you do your books yourself? Absolutely. Even if you have someone else do your bookkeeping and do all of your accounting, you absolutely must know what is going on in your books. The number one way that business, well, and this is not a bona fide statistic. In my experience, one of the top reasons that businesses fail is they don't know what's going on, how the money's coming in, where it's going. Usually business owners will be like, oh, there's a balance in my bank account and it's positive. I'm winning. Great. But there can be things going on the bookkeeping side that can tank your business. There are many bookkeepers who unfortunately are not as honest as we'd like them to be, and often small business owners will have money disappearing in ways that they are unaware of. So have a partnership with a bookkeeper or an accountant, someone who can help you and advise you and make sure that you know what is going on with the financing in your business. Insurance. General liability as a starting place, and then potentially additional insurance is important to protect yourself. And here's the nice thing about general liability insurance. It sounds like, oh God, insurance, it's super expensive. General liability insurance is about $100 a month. Your general liability should not be super expensive. So don't be afraid of calling and finding out about general liability insurance and figuring out what kind of insurance you need for your business. Legal, you may or may not need a lawyer on staff, like someone who's going to take you through everything, but having your contracts vetted by a lawyer. Sometimes that's a full-blown lawyer. Sometimes you can, now with AI, I do not recommend using AI to create any kind of contract for you. But if you use that as a starting point and then meet with a lawyer or even a paralegal to review it, you can save yourself some money. But having a lawyer as part of your team is an important part for your growth over time. And then any other professional advisors, so people like the SBDC, other mentors. Is there, if you're growing tomatoes, is there another tomato grower who can help you? The folks in this room who can help you with growing your business and making sure that your produce is high quality for yourself, if you're just growing it for you, or for being able to sell it. But having a team of people that you can talk to is going to be important. Being a small business owner is lonely because you're the only one. And if things are going really terribly, nobody can know, right? How's business? It's great. It's fabulous. Everything's terrific. It can be very lonely and very hard to make it through some, especially in the beginning. And I will tell you, everyone thinks that it's like, oh, I start my business and then I make some money and then I make a bunch more money and then I sell my business. And it's this like nice straight line of beautiful, happy, happy, joy, joy kind of stuff. It is not. You will go from, I love everything about what I'm doing to, oh my God, what was I thinking? I'm done. I'm giving it up within an hour on most days. So just be prepared for that. Resilience is an important part of being a small business owner. Next slide. These are our most common questions. The first question is, do I need a business plan? Yes, absolutely. No matter what your business plan, no matter what your business is, yes, you must have a business plan. Does it need to be 40 pages and elaborate? No. Should it be written by AI? Absolutely not. Can AI do it for you? Sure. And I will tell you, if you are looking for a loan or if you bring your AI written business plan to us at the SBDC or to a lender, we can tell in the first 3 paragraphs if it's written by AI. It also means that you don't have any idea what your plan is for your business. So can you use AI to help you with it? Absolutely. We have a lot of tools at the SBDC to help you to write your business plan. My favorite one is we do leverage AI. We will have it write a bunch of questions for you to fill out. Because when I say, here's your business plan, you have to write a business plan and you're reading through and it's like 8 pages of, oh my God, what? We can break that down into 10, each section into like 10 questions. So you can sit down, work on it for an hour, 10 minutes, get up, walk away, come back, work on the next questions. So we can help to make it much more accessible and easier to do. And then we work together with you editing and making sure that it's what you want it to be. And here's the thing with business plans. You'll hear a lot of small business owners be like, yeah, I did a business plan back in the beginning and then I never looked at it again. That's unfortunate. It should become your strategic plan. And you should look back at it every quarter, really on it once a month, but generally every quarter, at a minimum once a year, because what did you want this business to be when you started? Has it changed? Maybe. What new decisions do you want to be making about your business and how it's going to grow? So your business plan becomes your strategic plan, and it should be an active living document. Let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So that's the business plan. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. How can I get money? Probably the number one question we get all the time. How do I get money? What happens? How do I make that happen? In order to do that, you must have a business plan and financial projections. Often people will come to us and say, hey, I really am only interested in grants. I don't want a loan. And that's wonderful. However, what I will tell you is that grants for for-profit businesses are few and far between. Do they exist? Yes, but they're kind of like unicorns. They're out there, we think, but they don't really happen very often. Even if you have a grant that you're like, yes, this is the grant that I'm applying for, you will still need a business plan and a financial projection loan. So we can help you with those pieces. When you come in and say, like, I'm working on a particular grant, great. If you know where you're going, it's easier for us to craft that business plan and work on that financial money. Next slide, please. So these are some of the places that we work on getting money for folks. Number one is loans. We help to, once we work on making sure your financial projections make sense, making sure that your business plan makes sense, and then we will often connect you with SBA approved lenders. And then once we do that, we step out of the process. The SBDC, we do not negotiate, we do not give loans. We don't even say, hey, this person's amazing. We can't do that. We have to treat all businesses equally. But what we can do is say, hey, local bank, we have a business that's looking for a loan. And so instead of just walking into random lender, random bank and being, hi, here I am, I have a business, which I will tell you more people than not. That's how they start the loan process. And often when that happens, the lender will say, hey, you know what you should do? You should talk to the SBDC. And then they end up coming back to us anyway. So that's that's probably our number one way that we help people to access money. Can you do things like personal loans and second mortgages, things like that for your business? Yes. Risky, right? So again, looking at your risk tolerance, if you have used, put your house up as collateral, and for whatever reason your business fails, you may not only be businessless, you may be homeless. So things to consider. Do people use things like their home as collateral? All the time. But we want to make sure you're in the right, you understand everything that's going on before you sign that. Other options, SBA, USDA, and Department of Indian Affairs all have government-backed loans, which I just want to clarify what that means, because often people will come in and be like, hey, you guys are the SBDC and you can get me an SBA loan. An SBA loan is not really from the SBA. It's a loan that is guaranteed by the SBA. So what does that mean? Your lender is going to work with you on things like, what's your interest rate? How much are you borrowing? What's your down payment? That's between you and the lender. If you'll see here, we have some of the things that you need to have, credit score of 680 or higher. Let's say your credit score is 650. So they're like, well, it's not exactly where we'd like it, but you're still, everything else looks really good. The lender may be like, you don't meet our criteria for a conventional loan. However, the SBA is like, well, we'll guarantee part of that loan. Now your lender is like, oh, okay, if the SBA is going to be involved, we'll make that loan to you. So what does the SBA guarantee mean? If the SBA is guaranteeing, say, 50% of your loan, if for whatever reason your business fails, the SBA will says to the bank, okay, at least 50% of that loan, we're going to pay you back. Does that mean you are off the hook for that money? Nope, you have to pay the SBA. So sometimes people think that, oh, the SBA is guaranteeing my loan. So if I'm borrowing $100,000, I really only have to pay back $50,000. No. You still have to pay back the $100,000 plus interest and all of that. It just helps more people to access those funds that they might not otherwise qualify. So again, this is where the SBDC can help to understand what that means for you and your specific situation. Plan for having to put money down when you get a loan. I've had folks who I've heard afterwards like, oh, I didn't know I'd have to have a down payment. Yes, at least 10%, often 20%, depending on the loan and what else. And then, of course, the business plan, especially for startups. If you're purchasing a business, you may or may not need the business plan. That's a whole nother conversation, but for startups, absolutely business plan, financial projection model. We have the financial projection model. We will give it to you. We'll walk you through where to put your numbers. You just fill in the blanks. Next slide, please. Other options for starting your business. Can you use credit cards? Sure, of course you can. Many a small business was started on credit cards. However, have a plan for paying off that credit card. Because too often businesses will get in trouble because they're using their credit cards and they're maxing out their credit cards and all of a sudden they have no cash flow. Cash is the number one asset in your business. The number one thing you must have cash flow. As soon as the cash dries up, your business is in trouble. So can you use credit cards? Yes, be careful with them. Friends and family. Can your friends and family invest in your business? Absolutely. I had a client once come in and say, they were going to do a $100,000 lender loan. And they were like, so like my mom's friend said they would take some of their retirement money and invest it in my business. Can I do that? Is that okay? So yes, absolutely. Family, friends, investing in your business, fantastic. Number one rule with that, get it in writing. How are you going to pay them back? When are you going to pay them back? What is their expectation when they invest in your business? Because if that is not crystal clear, all kinds of relationships can fall apart because of it. So yes, with caution. Vendor credit is a fun one. Often we don't realize that a lot of your vendors will actually give you 30, 60, 90 days, especially when you're brand new. My background is I have a fitness and nutrition business. In the beginning, I needed some printing done, some big banners, and I was like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to pay this. And when I called my printer, they were like, oh, give me 90 days. It's like, you what? Right? That was amazing because that gave me time to open my doors, get some cash flow going, and then be able to pay them. So talk to your vendors. You never know where some of your supplies, maybe they'll give you 30, 60, 90 days to pay them back. And if they'll do that, often there's a little bit more negotiating room in there if things go awry. Crowdfunding, definitely possible. Good things like GoFundMe, crowdfunding. Are they possible? Yes. What I will say is they're not magic. You'll see all these like, I needed money for beer. Everybody gave him thousands of dollars, right? Yeah, okay, there's, again, uniform. For most crowdfunding or GoFundMe types of campaigns, you have to spend so much time marketing that you might as well go get a loan because it'll be faster, easier than all of the work you have to put in to do something like GoFundMe. Possible, but again, with caution. Next slide. Where can I not get money? So this is again, there's really no place that you cannot, but like I said, grants were kind of like, you can come to us, but we're not going to say to you, hey, there's all these grants available. We don't really know what they are. And the SBDC can only work with for-profit businesses. So if you're creating a nonprofit business, we can't help you. So again, grants, we can help you on the business plan, financial projection model, making sure that you're ready to apply for that grant. Next slide. Oh, whoo. I thought I had one more, but I do not. Questions? Yes.
Do you offer, for your like one-on-one, consultations, do you offer translation services?
Do I what?
Do you offer like translation services? I do have funding to like call a translator.
We don't have translator services. However, I speak enough Spanish to get by. And I've had, so on Spanish, we have two folks in our department who are fluent native born Spanish speakers. So we can help on the Spanish side. Beyond that, it gets a little, we don't really have that available. And we can do in-person or online meetings. Other questions? And you're welcome to come in, like if you needed to translate for somebody, you are welcome to come in and be that person. All right, so our next slide has our, how you can contact us and our QR code. So again, aksbdc.org, we are here to help. Our one-on-one services completely free, workshops mostly free with some exceptions, and then tools are free for download anytime.
Thank you.